Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in this video I would like to share with you a fantastic game played by 17-year-old Tigran Petrosian. His opponent is Kalantar, and this game was played in 1946 in Erevan. But before starting our video, as usual, would like to warm up your brain. Please take a look at this position and try to find the winning move for black. I will wait for your answer in the comment section. And now, without further ado, let's go for our main game and see what happened on the board. Kalantar opened up with d4 and Petrosian responded with knight f6, c4, d6, knight c3, e5. Looks like that Petrosian goes for old Indian defense, where black is usually developing his kingside bishop on e7 rather than on g7, but in our game we will see that after e4, e takes d4, queen takes d4, knight c6, queen d2, Petrosian went for g6 in order to bring his kingside bishop on the long diagonal. Also, if we have a look at the position, although this queen on d2 blocks the dark squared bishop's diagonal, but black has different ideas with his bishop and also is going to fianchetto it. g3 was played, bishop g7, bishop g2, black castled kingside, knight e2, knight e5, b3, and a beautiful move by Petrosian, bishop h3. He's using the vulnerability of king and queen. The bishop can't be captured because of this devastating fork. That's why after bishop h3, white castled kingside, and this time we have rook e8. Yes, still this bishop is untouchable because of this knight f3 check. That's why white played f3, and finally Petrosian captured on g2, got rid of white's fianchettoed bishop and managed to somewhat weaken white's kingside. Now comes knight d7, bishop a3, a5, rook d1, a4, and queen c1. Of course, capturing on a4 can be very dangerous because of this knight takes c4 move. If b takes c4, then rook takes a4, and then rook takes a2. Yes, black is managing to gain advantage. That's why white played queen c2, and we have a takes b3, a takes b3, queen c8, knight a4, and b6. This time Petrosian is going to bring his queen on the long diagonal. Yes, the Iron Tigran spotted that he can create problems for white from this diagonal, and now is going to bring his queen on the long diagonal. I would call this fianchettoing the queen. How do you like such an idea? Here comes knight b5, and this time we have f5. Yes, black is using the vulnerability of h1, a8 diagonal. It takes f5, after which white is facing serious problems. Instead of e takes f5, it was better to play knight c3. If f takes e4, then simply f takes e4. Although white is getting an isolated pawn on e4, but nothing wrong with white's position. White is holding. But in our game after f5, we have e takes f5, which steps into a beautiful tactical shot. You can pause the video and try to find Petrosian's next move. Ready? Here the Iron Tigran went for knight takes f3 sacrifice. Look at this. He's opening up the rook's path. Now if rook takes f3, then rook e2 check is coming. And I have king g1, then simply queen takes f3, followed by a checkmate. And if king h3, then simply again queen takes f3. And again, white is in trouble. White won't manage to save this position. And then queen h3 is coming with very creepy mating ideas. And if g4, then queen h6, checkmate. That's why after knight takes f3, white blocked the queen's diagonal, but this time Petrosian simply moved back his knight on e5, and the threat is knight f6. King h3, white unpinned the rook, but now white king is in danger, and let's see how is Petrosian going to use that fact. Knight f6 was played, white moved back his rook, and this time we have knight g4. There are already some very nasty threats. White played knight d4, but even if rook e1, then in this case bishop h6 can be very unpleasant. If rook takes e8, then rook takes e8, and then knight e3. Yes, white's position is collapsing. In our game after knight g4 we have knight d4 and Petrosian simply forked the rooks. Rook f3 and knight g4. Petrosian is not even paying attention to this poor rook on d1. Here white played rook d3, after which Petrosian made a move and Kalantar resigned. Can you find his next move? Ready? This time he went for a queen sacrifice, guys. Yes, the Iron Tigran, the player with the most solid defense, is simply sacrificing his pieces one after another. And this time we have a queen sacrifice, after which white resigned. If knight takes f3, then knight f2 check is coming. And then bishop f6 check. Now if knight g5, then black can either announce a checkmate from f5 or from g2. That's why after this devastating, where's that queen sacrifice? After this queen takes f3 move, we have a resignation. A very beautiful game by Tigran Petrosian. I really liked that idea of bringing the queen on b7, and then this f5 came and white faced serious problems. Thanks for watching. If you liked this game, give it a thumbs up. For more games, consider subscribing to my channel. Also, press the bell button to get notified about new uploads. I will see you in my next video.